here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Kumbalangi Nights and I'm doing a movie review after so long. So if you do enjoy watching this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the review and about the movie, and give this video a thumbs up. So let's just dive into Kumbalangi Nights. The movie is directed by Madhusi Narayanan and this is his directorial debut. I can't believe that because the movie is so beautiful, and it's written by Syam Pushkaran, and the film stars Nigam, Fahadh Faasil, Soubin Shahir, Sreenath Bhasi, Anna Ben and Matthew Thomas. The first thing that stood out to me in Kumbalangi Nights was the cinematography. I think the cinematography was just amazing. The place of the movie, the location is Kerala, which is, as we all know, God's own country, and I've been to Kerala twice, so I know for a fact that it is just amazingly beautiful. But for the movie to capture that, to capture all the water, the trees and every bit of that beauty was just amazing. Every frame of the movie could just be a separate picture, and it's beautifully shot by Shiju Khalid. What's even better is that the cinematography combined with the music just makes the whole movie come alive. I think the music was beautiful too. It just flowed with the whole movie, with what was going on in the movie, and it just took the movie to another level because it was so good. And the music is by Soubin Shahir, so I think both the director, both the cinematographer and the music director have done an amazing job, because the movie, some scenes even feel magical because of it. Because at the end of it, the movie, the scale of the movie is not very large. It's a smaller scale movie, but that all of those elements coming together takes it to another level. I think anybody who has watched the movie will agree with me when I say that the acting in the movie is some of the best I have seen in Indian cinema. Not that I am saying that I have watched a lot, but I think it is some of the best. The person who plays the elder brother, Saji, played by Soubin Shahir, I think his acting stood out to me the most. Of course, people would say there is Fahadh Faasil. I think he did an amazing job as well, which I'll talk about later. But so Soubin Shahir just stood out to me so much because his emotions were, you could feel his emotions. They were always on his sleeve. There was no confining anything. His acting was so free. You could feel his emotions. I think even his character was like that. For example, like he was supposed to be that guy who was expressive. That scene where you see him cry to his therapist is, I don't know where I will ever see a man, an Indian man crying on screen like that with no inhibitions and just breaking down. I think it was just amazing to see that. And on the other hand is his brother Bobby, played by Nigam, who again also did a really good job because his character required him to not be so expressive. There is a scene where there's a parallel scene which is cutting between Saji crying to the therapist with like no inhibitions, and there is a scene where a single drop of tears comes out of Bobby's eyes, and I think again that's very explanatory of both their characters and their personalities. But I just thoroughly enjoyed the acting, and of course I loved the acting by Fahadh Faasil. I actually used to get scared looking at him. He was that convincing. I think his acting was of the kind that you knew there was something wrong with this guy, but you also did not easily categorize him as the bad guy. There was some ambiguity going on till the almost, I mean, I'd say to the late second half, where you were like, then the story was revealed. What I mean to say is that his character could have easily been very single layered, but along with his acting and the direction and the writing that is there, his character had so much more personality, and the end is just really well shot and written and directed, especially because there is that whole fight scene which is just like the climax of it all. It is like the pinnacle of the tension that is with the character of this guy. The writing of the movie, the direction of the movie, basically the whole storytelling aspect of the movie is worth appreciating so much, because the story is revealed to you in bits and pieces. It's slowly revealed to you. You don't know exactly everything right from the go, and it very well could have been, you know, told to us through narration, but you know, I don't think so. we would have enjoyed the movie as much, because there is a sort of the relationship between the brothers, and the rest of the story is revealed to you slowly, and you get to know about their parents, their relationships between them, what happened, all of that slowly through lots of things in the movies. It would be very unfair to call this movie a story about four brothers, because it is about so much more. But primarily the plot is about these four brothers, and there is no set of parents in the house. There is no motherly figure, no fatherly figure in the house. But the love-hate relationship is so prominent. It stands out throughout the movie because there is so much love between them, even though they have their differences. And because there is nobody else looking out for them, there is that feeling of we need to look out for each other, and they need to stick together. The beauty of it is that the acting and the writing is so good that even when it is not being said, and even when they are not expressing it, it is felt in the movie. Whether it is pain, whether it is sadness, or the love for each other, it is just conveyed through the scenes, and it might not be that they have dialogues for it. One small thing that I felt about the movie was the locations of the movie. They didn't change a lot, and it was restricted to a few locations, even though for smaller scenes it did go away from those main locations, but the main locations stayed the same, and that made me feel like I was a part of the story. I was watching the story. Like, it felt like 2 hours. Actually, it felt like more than 2 hours I spent in this place, and I was part of it, and I think that just made me enjoy the story more because I was so immersed into it. You become so familiar with all the locations that are there. There are those two houses. One is the house of the brothers, which is like an undone house. It's unfinished. There's not even painting on. There's painting on the walls, and there is no door to the house. It's very characteristic of what is going on in the movie. But you also become so familiar with all the locations that you feel like you're a part of it, and you're watching something on a very like personal level. The film has a very clear stand on how it sees the women in the film. There is a scene between Baby and Shami where he's confronting her about being in love with Bobby and eloping with him, and he starts to get a little aggressive, and that's when her sister and his husband, she very non-dramatically just says that you cannot yell at her. You just cannot. So you see throughout the movie where Shami is trying to take control of the family, is trying to be the patriarch of the family. In a small scene, you see him shifting his chair to the head of the dining table. He's obsessed about his mustache. In a part, he even calls himself a complete man. And he is the complete opposite of the four brothers. He never shows his emotions. He might be qualified, and he might have a job, and he might have stability and financial income, but he is a very rigid person as well. I wouldn't want to do this review without mentioning a few scenes in the movie. The first is where the wife and the baby come to their house. This house has never had a woman in the house for a very long time now, and that whole presence is missing. So it's almost magical when they arrive to the house in that boat, and those people are standing at the shore waiting for them to come, and it's so well shot, and the music just fits so well that the whole thing combined with everybody's expressions and the actors' expressions and the baby in the hand, it just comes together so well. In another scene, when they go to meet their mother and ask her to come back to the house for at least a while, I have never seen a scene like that which has a portrayal of a mother in that way. I think it's just something worth noting. It is as different as seeing a man cry on screen with no inhibitions and admit openly that it hurts when people say that he's fatherless. The small realities of the movie make it so big. And the last part I just want to add in this is that the girl who plays the American, I'm assuming, I've never seen a woman of color represented in that way, which is so natural and it's so fitting and it does not seem superficial and artificial. It's again something worth noting. I think I thoroughly enjoyed watching Kumbalangi Nights. There was just so much to absorb and learn and enjoy from it. And I had a thought after watching the movie that I was kind of thinking about later. what if Shami's character was not crazy, was not creepy, or was not ill or sick or whatever, and he was just a normal man who was orthodox, and he was against their relationship, and he was against getting his sister-in-law married to somebody, to a family that he did not consider his equal? What would have happened then? And I mean, it's just something to think about. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed watching this review, make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I shall see you next time. Bye.